This is the third generation of oxygen bottom blowing lead smelting process invented by China ENFI Engineering Corp. Oxygen bottom blowing smelting plus electric bottom blowing smelting reduction production device display diagram. Various raw materials needed for oxygen bottom blowing smelting and bottom blowing electro-thermal reduction furnace smelting are stored through all silos and batching workshops. After the raw materials needed for oxygen bottom blowing smelting are measured and proportioned by the quantitative feeder under the cellar, they are collected and transported to the belt conveyor to the bottom blowing section of the smelting workshop. After the mixed raw materials and smelting dust are granulated through the disc granulation mechanism in the auxiliary workshop of the bottom blowing furnace section, they are respectively fed into the grain cellar by belt conveyor and reversible belt conveyor, and then fed into the melting furnace by quantitative feeder and mobile belt conveyor. This is an oxygen bottom blowing furnace. The primary crude lead produced by oxygen bottom blowing furnace is buffered by tundish and cast ingot by crude lead casting machine. The flow gas from the oxygen bottom blowing furnace is cooled by the waste heat boiler and collected by the electric dust collector, and then sent by the high temperature fan to the sulfuric acid workshop. The molten high lead slag produced by oxygen bottom blowing furnace is added to the bottom blowing electro-thermal reduction furnace through the chute. In the accident state of the reduction furnace, the molten high lead slag cools the casting block through the bypass slag casting machine. This is a bottom-blown electric melting reduction furnace. The flux and bulk reductant needed for the bottom-blowing electro-thermal reduction furnace are stored in two silos respectively, which are transported to the front bin of the reduction furnace section of the smelting workshop by the vibration feeder and the belt conveyor under the cellar. After being measured by the quantitative feeder, the mobile belt conveyor is sent to the electric heating bottom blowing furnace. The flow gas from the reduction furnace is cooled by the waste heat boiler, and the surface cooler and the bed dust collector are sent by the fan to the flue gas desulfurization system. The crude lead produced by the reduction furnace is buffered in the tundish, and ingot is cast by the crude lead ingot casting machine. The reduction slag produced by the bottom-blowing electro-thermal reduction furnace is added to the fuming furnace through the chute, and the slag produced by the fuming furnace is directly quenched through the chute. The flow gas from the fuming furnace is cooled by the waste heat boiler, and the oxidized new dust is recovered by the surface cooler and bed dust collector, and then sent by the fan to the flue gas desulfurization system. When the fuming furnace is in an accident state, the slag in the reduction is directly quenched through the bypass chute.